the 2 5-month-old children that were abducted earlier this morning, late last night. First, I want to make a plea. Nalah Jackson, I plead to you. Please return Kason Thomas. We thank you for returning Kair. You've already shown us you can do the right thing. You can return him to any safe location, fire department, hospital, shopping center, any public place where someone will find the baby. We're begging you to please return Kason. We can even pick him up. Just call us and tell us where you are and where Kason is. No questions asked. Here's the number: 614-645-4701. Bringing him home safe is our number one priority. To the family, the Columbus Division of Police is doing everything we can to find Kason. There have been over 60 officers on this case since it first came in last night. There are officers that work third shift that did not want to go home until these babies were found. The main detective on this case is still working this case. We're following every lead and tracking down every moment from the time these babies went missing. There was a lapse of communication from an executive level. That is being addressed internally, and that is something that we're going to make sure does not occur again. However, I do want to provide a timeline in regards to the work that we have done and the things that are being done right now as we speak to locate Kason and to locate the suspect. After I give you this timeline, I'm going to then turn it over to the team for additional information and questions. At 9:45 p.m. yesterday, December 19th, a call came in at the Donato's Pizza at 920 North High Street on the report of a stolen vehicle with twin 5-month babies in the car. The mom was at Donato's to retrieve food for a DoorDash order. Officers arrived in minutes and was on the scene at 9:52 p.m. Once on scene, employees of the Donato stated a homeless female, Nalah Jackson, was in the restaurant and left when the victim walked in. Through investigative work, the suspect was positively identified by employees. At 10:17 p.m., a grid pattern search of over 50 officers was started in that area. The CPD chopper also responded. Approximately 10:30 p.m., all other police departments were notified. Ohio State Patrol, Ohio State, Grandview, Upper Arlington joined in on the search. At approximately 11 p.m., these other departments started going to all known former addresses of Nalah Jackson. 3 other known homeless camps were also checked at this time. At 11:45 p.m., Sergeant Fishburne notified OSP, Ohio State Patrol, requesting an Amber Alert. At 12:05 p.m., Deputy Chief Weir again notifies Ohio State Patrol about requesting an Amber Alert. At 12:30 a.m., additional detectives and supervisors are called in from home to help with the search. At 1:37 a.m., the Amber Alert was issued. At 4:15 a.m., we received a call that a child has been abandoned near the Dayton International Airport. That child was, in fact, Kair. At 5:47 a.m., media was updated that Kair was found safe. At 6 a.m., Sergeant Fishburne and Detective Martin, they leave for Dayton to continue the investigation. At 11:15 a.m., we received word from Huber Heights Police that they possibly have video of our suspect. Right now, the search continues. Based on this video we have now, we have additional information to be able to proceed forward in this case. I'm going to turn this over to Deputy Chief Weir so he can give you some additional information.
Thank you, Chief. So, as Chief Bryant said, we had officers responded to the area, patrol officers. They had a couple obstacles to overcome right away. One of which was that the vehicle did not have a license plate. and that the victim, in this case, the mom, had just purchased the car, buy here, pay here, which it kind of muddied the waters in terms of us identifying the specific vehicle that was taken. So our officers had to work through that. They were able to do a lot of work and get that done, and then were able to notify detectives. Like Chief Bryant said, they started a grid search. Officers throughout the whole city checked over a dozen addresses throughout the city that had prior connections to Miss Jackson, whether we had documented that she filed a report there, whether she'd lived there previously. So officers throughout the city were assigned to this incident and had ownership of and were vested in trying to locate these children. So detectives, when they responded to the scene, they contacted the Highway Patrol about the Amber Alert. We finally got that issued, and that went out statewide. And like I said, the helicopter's been involved, neighboring agencies have been involved. Obviously, once the Dayton connection was established, that western and southwestern Ohio has been very active and been very supportive in helping us out and trying to locate these children. We were able to locate and identify several connections that Ms. Jackson had in the Dayton community. The people over there have been very supportive and very cooperative with our investigation, and Dayton PD and the departments around Dayton have been extremely helpful with us. So we are extremely appreciative of that, and we are continuing to look upon that collaboration and support as we continue to look for these children. She is from Columbus. She does have a criminal history through us. I believe misdemeanor offenses, but she has had several arrests in Columbus.